Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today then, it's a progress update on my Ford Focus RS Mk1. For those of you who are regular viewers of the channel or have been with me for some time, you may recall this was the first video I ever posted here on the channel, but this is my RS Mk1 that I bought from a commercial car auction a couple of years ago when it looked very different indeed. Now this is also the third video in a series I've been making recently about the 3 Focuses that I have in my collection. So if you haven't seen those videos, please do take a watch. Video 1 was collection day of my Mark III Ford Focus RS. Video 2 was a progress update, a restoration update on my Colorado Red Ford Focus ST Mark II. I'll pop links for those videos in the description below. Today then, well, it's the turn of my Ford Focus RS Mk1, possibly my favourite. And well, this is a special year for the Mk1 Focus RS. 2022 marks 20 years of the RS Mk1. I can't quite believe it. And as for this car, well, again, if you've seen it in the previous videos, this car was extensively modified by the previous owner who actually owned this car for quite a few years. The mechanical modifications on this car, well, they make this a real handful. God, you really got to hold on in this car. A real handful. As for the cosmetic modifications, well, I'm not quite sure they were ever really to my taste. Now, those of you that have seen those early videos, you'll have seen me returning the interior of this car back to a more standard look. I swapped out the dashboard, I put an original stereo into the car, and I fitted this OEM steering wheel. It looks so much better. As for the exterior of this car, well, again, soon after buying it, I replaced the aftermarket grille for an original RS one. That was expensive. And I had the boot lid sorted out. As for the rest of the exterior, well, stay tuned to this video, you will see. And as you watch, please do click the like button and hit subscribe. It helps the channel loads. And do leave me a comment about your thoughts on the RS. Let's get started then. So first of all, this car went into MK Body Shop in Plymouth, where they did some work to preserve the sills. Now they are going to need properly doing at some point, so we'll get to that. Also, whilst at MK Body Shop, well, they refurbished the alloy wheels and they put them back to their original silver. You'll see them in a moment. In fact, let's hand over to me a few months ago for the rest of the story. I am so excited. Parked outside right now is my Ford Focus RS Mk1 on those newly refurbished, beautiful silver wheels as we continue to take that car back to a more standard look. I've just picked it up now from the body shop. It's absolutely filthy. So I do need to give it a good clean. Now that car outside, it's been fully serviced. It's had a cam belt done. It's fully MOT'd. And as I say, it's had those few bits of bodywork just to really tidy the car up. Now today, well, I've got some more parts over here that I'll show you in a moment that we're going to fit to the RS. So let's get this M3 out the way. I'm not sure you'll know, in fact, by now, if I featured this M3 in a video before this Focus RS video goes out or after, but it is my intention to feature it. So let's get this car started, get it out of the way, shut the garage, show you what's in these boxes, and then get the RS in here. Let's go. Well, the garage is looking a right mess behind me, but don't look at that right now. Look at this. So what have we got? Well, on the RS Owners Club forum, in fact, on the Imperial Blue Facebook page, I put a shout out for some OEM parts and I got a really good response. So what have we got? Well, in this big box, really importantly and very hard to find, we got some standard headlights. Brilliant. We're going to put them on the car in a moment. Look at them. Pretty good. Quite expensive. Everything's got an RS tax with it if you've got an RS. Then in this box, well, we've got an original airbox and a few bits and pieces. We won't bother with that today. We'll leave the engine as it is. But we do have some standard side repeaters, original Ford ones. Great, we've got some black ones on the car at the moment. Here they are. So we'll change them out. We've also got some original front bumper indicators. Again, at the moment, we've got dark ones on there. Here they are. So we'll swap them out for these. And we've got the little screws that go in there. Show you a picture of them now. And finally, brand new, original Ford, if you can see one here, there's one, brand new original Ford centre caps for those lovely newly refurbished silver wheels. In fact, I've got the ones that were on the car originally and the new ones. Can't wait to fit those. In fact, I think I'll save that to the last job. But for now, let's get the RS in here and let's fit these parts. I'm sure you'll agree the car is looking great and we're pretty much back to how Ford intended it. It's too sunny, it's too windy, and well, this car is just too pretty. I really hope that it's coming across there on the camera. And I know I like that my cars to have a more standard look, but you'll notice I have left the two bonnet vents there in situ. And that's because, well, I really quite like them. I know it's going to divide opinion, and I know it's not how Ford intended it. The thing is, I think they've been done really well. They're smoothed in, which is quite a nice finish. Unlike some of the raised vents that you see fitted to other modified Mark 1 Focus RSs. I really am in two minds about this. In fact, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm not saying it's going to be majority rule, but it'd be interesting to know what you think. And for now, well, they're staying because I think they look really cool. Other work I've had done, well, I've had the engine fully serviced and I've had a cam belt fitted to it because, well, this car is over 300 horsepower. So that preventative maintenance I thought was important, really for peace of mind, so that I can drive and enjoy this car without fear of the cam belt snapping. Do you know that Ford actually announced earlier this year they're going to cease production of the Ford Focus in 2025? We all know that the RS, well, that ended with the Mark III Focus. But as for the Focus itself, well, it turns out that its fate is consistent with the Cortina, the Escort, the Sierra, the Mondeo, and announced this year, the Fiesta is confined to the automotive history books. And well, I think that's really, really sad. Apparently Ford are turning their attention to the development and the production of electric vehicles. And this car, once Britain's best-selling car, Well, I believe earlier this year, for the first half of 2022, well, it fell out of the top 10 most sold cars here in the UK, with its place being taken by the Ford Puma and by the Ford Cougar, both of which are SUVs. And so I suppose there was only one real outcome for the Focus, but I will really miss it. And as for electric vehicles, well, I'm not entirely sure they are the future, but who am I to say? We'll all find out that together. We're all on this crazy journey. As for my Ford Focus RS, well, it's a well-used example, so it's always going to need some kind of maintenance or work to it, and I promise I'll feature all of that on the channel as I continue to drive and enjoy this car. And if you like it, please do subscribe to the channel. Definitely click like on this video. It really helps to share it. And as I say, subscribe, stay tuned as I feature this, all the other cars in my collection, and all the car antics that I get up to. Also, please do watch the next video, because it will be the first time that I get my Mk1 RS, my Mk2 ST and my Mk3 RS Focus together, and we take them all to a car show. That's the next video following this one. I really hope that you've enjoyed my update on this Mk1 Focus RS. Thanks so much for watching me. I hope to see you again very soon here at the channel. And well, bye for now. Bye-bye.